Right. Listen. Here, what is the date? Here, they are given the date 19. April 19 received a check from Anil on an account rupees 10,000. Okay. What is the date? 19 April. Mention the date 19 for 2020. Received a check. Received check mean our bank balance will be increased. Whenever the bank balance increase, bank account debit. Why? Because bank account is come under the personal account. What is the rule for personal account? Debit the receiver. Banker is the receiver. That's why bank account debit. Then ask question, who's the giver? Anil is the giver. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Anil is the giver. That's why Anil account credit. That's why Anil account credit. Bank account debit, Anil account credit. Bank account debit, Anil account credit. Being check received from Anil. Being check received from Anil. Okay. Student, any doubt? Any doubt? Next transaction. Drawn from bank for personal use. Drawn means the owner withdraw amount from bank for personal use. Any personal use means it will be treated as drawings. Treated as drawings. Listen, drawn from bank. Drawn from bank means after that the bank balance will be increase or decrease.
Decreased, sir.
Very good. Whenever the bank balance increase, bank account debit. Whenever the bank balance decrease, bank account credit. Bank account credit. Then ask question. This amount we received in the for office? No. Those amount is received by the owner for personal use. Any personal use. Any personal use will be treated drawings. Will be treated as drawings. Drawing account debit, bank account credit, drawing account debit, bank account credit, being drawing, being drawing. Student, any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Right. Next, the journal entry. Sometimes they are asking some analytical question. Listen, here is already discussed on second. We will discuss. Listen. Being capital introduced. Look at the transaction. Here, filling the blanks. Filling the blanks for the journal entry. Complete the journal entry. What they are given here? Particular, they are given question mark. Credit, they are given question mark. Amount also, they are given question mark. Question mark. You know, be fill the question mark. Being capital introduced. Being capital introduced rupees
Cash
10 lakh.
account capital.
Very good. Capital introduced. Cash comes in, right? Very good. Cash comes in, then capital. How do we write the journal entry here? Right. Okay, cash account debit. Cash account debit. What is the value here? 10 lakh. Cash account debit for capital. That's why you mentioned to capital account. To capital account credit. To capital account credit 10 lakh. Right. Next one. 10 lakh, only 10 lakh, right? Right, 10 lakh. Right, next one. What is the next one? Listen here. Here they are given the transaction here. Being cash paid to Vinod in full settlement after deducting 10% discount. After deducting 10% discount of rupees 500. Cash paid, cash goes out. Cash paid here. They are given cash paid to
Cash
Vinod.
account, Vinod account, receipt account.
Who's the receiver? Go
Vinod, sir.
Vinod, debit the receiver. Debit the receiver. Vinod account is debit. Vinod account debit. How much value we will be considered here? How do we consider the value? Listen here. 10% discount rate. 10% is 500. 10 divided by 500 divided by 10. 10%. Listen, 10% is 500. 500 divided by 10 into 100. What about 100? What about 100? 5,000. What about 100? 5,000. Then how much value here will be mentioned here? Listen here. 2. Cash goes out, right? To cash account. To cash account credit. Then discount received. Received is gain. That's why to discount received. Discount received account credit. How do we mention the discount received? Already they are given discount received is 500. Listen, total amount settled 5,000. Discount received 500. Remaining value here 5,000 minus 500, 4,500. Student, any doubt? Student, any doubt? Any doubt in the second transaction?
Sir,
sir.
Yes. The third transaction. Listen here. Being here they are given 30% cash received. Being 30% cash received on account of recovery of a bad debt. Recovery of bad debt of which was previously written off. Which was previously written off 80,000. How much amount is already written off? 80,000. Out of 80,000, now we received 30%. How do we find out? Listen, 30%. 30% of 80,000. 30% of 80,000. How do we find out 30%? 30.
24,000, sir.
24.
Very good.
24,000.
30 by percentage means always 100. Percentage means always 100. 30 by 100 into 80,000.
24,000.
80,000. What is it here? 24,000 will be mentioned here. 24,000. Here also 24,000. We received cash. Cash is come under the which account? Personal account. Personal account rule. Debit what comes in. Here cash comes in. That's why cash account debit. Cash account debit. Student, any doubt? Student, any doubt here?
Sir, can I explain second transaction, sir?
Second transaction. Listen here. Second one, right? Here, listen. Being cash paid to Vinod. Being cash paid to Vinod in full settlement. In full settlement after deducting 10%. After deducting 10% of rupees 500. Listen. 10% equal to 500. What about 100? What about 100? How do we find out here? 10% equal to 100. What about 100%? What about 100%? How do we find out? Very simple. Listen here.
Why sir we are founding 100%?
Why? Yes. Because listen here. Very good question. Being cash paid to Vinod in full settlement after deducting 10% discount. 10% discount. Percentage means always 100. Percentage means you need to be assume that always 100. What is they deducting? Here they are deducting 10%. 10% they are given 500. But we don't know the total value, right? How much amount will be payable to the Vinod? We don't know. How do we find out the amount payable to the Vinod? Here they are given the clue 10%. The discount is 10% is 500. 10% is 500. The overall value, the total value. How do we find out the total value? Assume that here they are given percentage. Student, here they are given percentage. Here the percentage symbol. Percentage means it's denote 100. Always percentage means it's denote 100. That's it. The total value we find out 100. How do we find out the 100? Here 500 divided by 10 into 100. Why put 100? Because here they are given percentage symbol. That's why we put 100 here. What is the value here? The total value 500. Total value 5,000. Total value 5,000. Now we need to be to the cross check. What is the 10% of 5,000? 10% of 5. How do we find out? 10 by 100 into 5,000. Okay, the same value 500. So our answer is correct. Our answer is correct. Who's the receiver? Vinod is the receiver. Debit the receiver. Debit the receiver. Vinod account debit. Vinod account debit. How much amount value of cash goes out? Here 2. Cash goes out. We paid cash. That's why cash account credit. Then 2.
5,000.
To discount received. Discount received. Discount received, they are given. What is the discount? After deducting 500. What is the balance here? 10% discount. What is the remaining? Total assume that 100. They are given the discount 10%. What is the remaining? 90%. 90 by 100 into 5,000. What is the value here? 4,500. Here they received the entire amount. What is the value here? 5,000. Student, any doubt? Student, any doubt?
No, sir.
Right. Next sum. Here we go to the next one. Right. Okay, here sometimes they are asking T account, the ledger account, right? I will inform, prepare the ledger account. So based on the ledger, we prepare the T format account. T format account. Anyone come confirm? Now you can able to see the screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Prepare cash account in T format. Very simple. Here open the ledger title. Here open the ledger title. Cash book debit side, credit side. Cash book debit side, credit side. So after that would be open the title. Open the title. Date, particulars, amount. Date, particulars, amount. Okay, first three column mention the debit side. The remaining three column it's denote the credit column. So what is the logic here? Go analyze the transaction. Here analyze the transaction. Any transaction it's not related to the cash transaction. It means any transaction credit, any credit transaction, please ignore the transaction. Yes. Yes. Any credit transaction, please ignore it. The remaining transaction will be considered as cash comes in or goes out. Any cash comes in will be mentioned the debit side. Cash goes out will be mentioned the credit side. Right? Okay. Listen here. What is the first one? Ranita started the business with cash rupees 1 lakh. Here cash comes in. Here cash comes in will be mentioned the debit side. What is the date? Here 1/5 mentioned as capital. What is the value here? Value 1 lakh. It will be mentioned as 1 lakh. Right. What is the second one? Goods purchase. Purchase goods. Purchase goods. Cash comes in or goes out. Ma. Purchase goods.
Goes out, sir.
Goes out. Mention here 40,000. Mention here 40,000. Then second one. Goods purchased from Praveen and Co. Goods purchased from Praveen and Co. It's cash transaction or credit transaction. Look at the transaction, credit
Credit
transaction.
transaction.
Leave it the transaction. Don't consider. The next one. Goods sold for rupees 45,000. Goods sold for 45,000. Cash comes in or goes out. Here date.
Cash comes in, sir.
Cash comes in. Debit side. What is the value here? 45,000 mentioned here. 45,000. Then what is the next one? Paid rent.
Paid.
Rent paid. Cash comes in or goes out. It goes
Cash
out.
goes out, sir.
Mention here date. Then mention here rent. What is the value here? 10,000. Right. What is the next one? Last one. Commission received. Commission received. Cash comes in. Let's say mention the debit side. What is the value here? 5,000. What is the value here? 5,000. What is the logic? Very simple logic. Whenever the cash comes in, mention the debit side. Whenever the cash goes out, mention the credit side. So what is the next one? Next would be do the total for total of debit and the credit. What is the total of debit here? 1,50,000. 1,50,000. Then what is the total of credit? Here 40 plus 50, 50,000. What is the balance? Balance here, right? Here only 50,000. So balance in credit side. Balance in credit side here will be mentioned here. What is the date? Here all the transactions they are given the May month. So 31st here will be mentioned the last date. 31st May. 31st May 2020 by balance carry down. By balance carry down should be mentioned total of debit and the total of credit. Highest value minus lowest value. Highest value minus lowest value. What is the value here? 1,50,000.
1 lakh, sir.
Very good. Here would be mentioned 1 lakh. Okay, same value here would be mentioned here transfer. Any ledger, right? Here transfer here. Here transfer to here. Student, any doubt? Any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, next is some. Listen. Ram started the business on 1st April 2018 with capital here accounting equation. Here accounting equation capital 75,000 and loan 37,500. Then the same date they are given the asset 1,50,000. Find out the capital and the profit. So what is the logic here? Very simple. Asset equal to capital plus liabilities. Capital plus liabilities. Maybe apply the logic. What is the total asset here? Asset they are given 1,50,000. Asset 1,50,000 equal. Then what they are given the capital? Capital here they are given right 75,000. 75,000 plus loan
37,500.
37,500. Okay, that's it, right? Right. So what is the total here? 1,75,000 plus 37,500. What is the total, ma? 1,50,000 equal to 75 plus 37,500. What is the value here? 75,000 plus 37,500. 1,12,500.
1,12,000.
Very good. 1,12,500. What is the balance? Balance right here. What is the amount here?
12,500, sir.
12,500. 12,500 in what is the here? Plus 12,000.
No, sir. In the
Sir,
previous
and
account is 12,500.
1,12,500.
1,12,500.
Right.
Capital liability, sir.
Very good. 1,12,500. 1,12,500. What is the balance, mom? Here 37,500, right? Balance 37,500, right? Right. Here the balance amount treated as profit. Balance amount profit treated as profit. Suppose balance amount in negative. Balance amount in negative.
Loss, sir.
It will be treated as loss. Here balance amount is plus positive. That's why here profit. What is the profit? Profit 37,500. Suppose it's negative, it will be treated as loss. Okay, the last sum. Listen here. Here sometimes they are asking prepare trial balance. Prepare trial balance. How do we prepare the trial balance? How do we prepare the trial balance? Here analyze the transaction. What are the account here is there? Here one of the rule here is there. What is the rule? Listen here. Debit balance, credit balance. All the asset debit balance, all the liabilities credit balance, all the expenses and losses debit balance, all income and gain debit balance, purchase debit balance, sales credit balance, purchase return debit balance, sales return debit balance,
Sales return.
sales return debit balance. Right. Sundry debtors asset debit balance, sundry creditors credit balance, cash at bank debit balance, BOD bank overdraft credit balance. So based on the logic, here to be prepared trial balance. Here would be prepare trial balance. Not be prepare the trial balance. Here they are given the trial balance. After that, take the all the account. Take the all the account to be classified to three types. Particulars 3 title. Here particulars debit credit. Particulars debit credit. It will be mentioned as particulars debit account and the credit account. Right. Going to be solved. Look at the transaction. Here listen. Right. Bank overdraft. Student confirm bank overdraft is a asset or liabilities? Bank overdraft.
liabilities, sir.
We have
Liab-
responsibility liable to repay the amount. That's why I mentioned the liability. Liability means credit side. Liabilities, that's why means all the asset debit side, all the liability credit side. Then purchase debit balance or credit balance.
Debit.
Debit, sir.
Why purchase in debit balance? Why purchase mention the debit balance? What reason?
Goods comes in, sir.
Sorry?
It's our asset, sir.
No.
Goods comes in, sir. So it is an asset, sir.
Opening stock mention the asset side, closing stock mention the asset side, right? Purchase is any expenses. Listen that. Purchase, right? Purchase is a expenses. That's why I mentioned the debit side. Right. Outstanding expenses. Outstanding expenses.
Also
Credit side.
Why credit side? Outstanding expenses, credit side. Why
the
credit side?
debit side only.
It's liability.
Very good. Exact. What's your name, ma?
Mahita, sir.
Magita, the exact correct answer. It's responsibilities. It's liabilities. That's what I mentioned here. Sales. Listen, pa. Purchase expenses. That's why debit side. Sales. Sales mention the debit side. Why sales mention the debit side? So sales is
Sir, it is
increase.
income, sir. It
Yes,
should be
exactly.
credit.
Sales.
It is credit, sir.
Credit, correct. Who says that it's income? Sales is the income, right? Who says that income? What's your name, ma?
Komal Jain, sir.
Komal Jain, exactly correct. The special appreciation for Komal Jain. It's create the revenue. It's increase the revenue. It's income. That's why. Listen. Now will be compare with purchase and sales. Sales is revenue. Sales is income. That's why credit side. The opposite of sales is purchase. Sales is expenses. That's why debited. That's why debited. Any doubt? Student, any doubt?
No, sir.
Right. Outstanding expenses. Outstanding expenses, we have responsibility, liability to repay the amount. It's liabilities. It's liabilities. That's why I mentioned the credit side. The opposite of outstanding expenses. The opposite of outstanding expenses is rent paid in advance. Rent paid in advance. Rent paid in advance, 90,000. Where we mention, listen student, opposite of outstanding.
Debit, sir.
Why debit side?
It is an expense, sir.
Listen,
It is an income, sir.
listen. Outstanding expenses credited. Why? The reason is liability.
It is liability, sir.
It is outstanding expenses liability. That's why credited. Rent paid in advance, debit side. Correct. Why it should be mentioned the debit side? Outstanding expenses opposite is rent paid in advance. Outstanding expenses is liability. That's why credited. Rent paid in advance, opposite of outstanding expenses.
Assets, sir.
Exact. What's her name, ma?
Mahita, sir.
Magita, the special appreciation for Magita. Why? Listen, rent paid in advance means our money in third person pocket. We have right to receive the money, right to recollect the money. That's why mention the asset side. Next one, purchase return. Listen here, look at here. Purchase mention the debit side. Purchase mention the debit side. Why expenses? Purchase return is opposite of purchase. Listen, purchase, goods comes in. Purchase return, the goods goes out. The opposite of purchase. Purchase in debit side means the opposite of purchase, the purchase return, where we mention the 30,000.
Credit side, sir. Credit, sir.
Very good. Credit side. Why? Just the opposite. Just the opposite of purchase will be decrease the creditor value. Will be reduce our liabilities. That's why creditor. Next, opening stock. It's stock. Our rights.
Debit, sir.
Debit side. Next, fixed asset. Here they are given the value asset. Please underline the word asset. Which balance? Debit or credit?
Debit, sir.
Debit. No doubt. Why? Because all the asset in debit balance. Interest received. Please underline the word received. Interest received.
Debit.
Credit, sir.
Credit, sir.
Credit, sir. Credit.
Interest received. Say income or loss. Interest received.
Income, sir.
Income, sir.
Income,
Very
sir.
good. All the expenses in debit. All the income in credit. Bank loan. Please underline the word loan. Loan means
Credit,
we
sir.
received loan from bank. We have responsibility, liability to repay the amount to banker. We have responsibility, we
Credit.
have liability, all the liability in credit side. Student, any doubt? Student, any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Right. Okay, next one we find out the total. Anyone do the total for both sides? Okay, the total of debit side and the credit side. What is the total? Anyone do? Okay, what is the total? What is the total of debit? Okay, 11,70,000 plus 90,000.
21,90,000, sir.
Sir, 21 lakhs.
Okay, very good. So what is the total?
21,90,000.
21,90,000. Both side, both sides same total. We do the total here. 21,90,000 debit side. 21,90,000. Yes, credit side also same total. 21,90,000. 21,90,000. Then here 21,90,000. Student, any doubt? Student, any doubt here? Right. Okay, remaining, listen here. The ledger, how do we post the ledger from the journal entry? Here is pending. So after that, one more question, then theory basic question. Theory question here pending. Here is that. Okay.